men, and I use the term loosely. We've got the next IronHeadCycle project taken apart on my bench over here. 64 XLCH crankcases, really in pretty good shape. Little crack over here. Thought I saw one other little crack somewhere else, but really in really very good condition overall. A couple of stripped out bolts, but not nearly as crappy as a lot of these cases are. But as usual, there's always something wrong. If you've watched this channel, you've heard me bitch about silicone seal and how bad it is for everything. And this engine had lots of it. It had lots of it all over the place. Not a good thing. Here's the other case half. Same thing. And this one, you know, people have leaks and they think silicone is the cure. You know, you want a clean, dry, flat gasket surface, and you want to put things together carefully. Right here on this one, a piece of the gasket got folded over and pinched inside over here. So, you know, not a big problem, but, you know, if you put the thing together carefully and you didn't pinch gaskets and shit like that, you wouldn't have to worry about silicone. You heard me bitch about it. You see how much of it there is and how loose it is. Take a look at this. Cam cover off the same motor. Silicone everywhere. This right here is the oil galley passage that goes to the pinion shaft and ultimately to the rod bearings. Here's the passage that transfers oil back into the crankcase and up to the push rods through those external oil tubes. This is the screen that came out of the crankcase at the breather inlet. And look at the silicone that got caught in here. And of course you say, well, the silicone's caught in there, what's the problem? Well, you know, it's not all going to get caught in there. Eventually it's going to get pushed through. Some of it's going to end up in the pump. Some of it's going to get pumped in here, directed out into your connecting rod bearings, and directed up into the rocker arms. You know, the piston pin holes are not particularly big. It doesn't take much to clog one of these bastards up. This piston pin is no good. It's got a step where the rollers are running, where the rollers aren't running, where the rollers are running, where they're not running. There's a little step over there and you can feel it. And right here are some little tiny pits. This pin is starting to come apart, so he needs a new one. Was that caused by the silicone? You know, not necessarily, but it, you know, the silicone's not helping anything. Anyway, that's one thing I wanted to show you. The other thing I wanted to show you is this. I got a lot of questions off my website about cam shims, and my recommendation, as well as Harley's recommendation, is to not use them anymore. For some reason or another, and if anybody's got any ideas, I want to hear them. For some reason or another, some of the cams have a considerable end thrust on them, and it tears these things up. And when they get torn up, these pieces get circulated in the cam chest. And, you know, this is another thing that's going to get blown into the return side of the oil pump. When pieces of this get caught between cam gears, it drives the cam gears apart, and I've actually seen it crack crankcases. I've also seen pieces of this shim stock get, you know, jammed in between the gears. You take the cams apart, and there's little pieces of this shit stuck in the valleys between the teeth of the gears. So anyway, I guess I'll call this a PSA, another PSA announcement. Silicone seal, don't use it on your motor. It's the devil's work. Cam shims, leave the damn things out. And then my one request, if anybody has a good explanation as to why some of these cams end thrust so badly and tear into these bushings, let me know. You know, I've been working on these things a long time, and I assume that it must be because the bushings are not aligned with the crankcase. so the cams are operating at a little bit of an angle, and that's forcing them to end thrust, but I don't know that. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know. Anyway, short video today, that's all. Y'all take it easy. Thanks for watching. I am out of here.